I'm a secret root tree. It's true. And if I just continue now, then we go back to the main game. I believe. And then I think we have to do new game to start the new thing, right? If to avoid spoilers now is fair. By 9. Don't mind hour-long video, but you will get more episodes out of games with shorter ones. That is, yeah, that's the main. Like, it's just easier for me. You know. Even if I just turn like 3 into 4, which is not that crazy, like. Would help out in the long run. Anyway. So yeah, we never locked in this because I didn't get it in time. There's something new? There is something new. List of names. As this was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at your door, you'll need to fill in the family tree. Oh, that is actually, I like this. Because it always felt weird that we had, like, the names when we were, like, picking a name for, like, one of the people on the tree. It was just always we had, like, a list of names. But, like, we didn't have a list of names, right? But now we have a list of names, so this is, like, it makes sense now. Like, in universe, this is the explanation of why we know which names we can use. That is a good addition. I like this. It's good. It's a good change. Because it always felt like a little cheaty to just like look at which names we have, because like it's like I didn't like deserve, because I didn't actually know anything yet, right? I didn't deserve to know, but now I knew like now I deserve to know because I got the list, right? Anyway. What are we looking for again? The floozies? Beef Baby is a song by the Floozies. You can't actually find anything else about it anywhere, but with a name like that, it's hard not to speculate on the subject matter, isn't it? Could it be a euphemism or about a newborn cow? Perhaps the Floozies are holding a grudge against a toddler. It certainly piques your curiosity. If only you had the time or resources to look into it further. I do, though. Yeah, nothing there. Okay. Does this still exist, actually? No, because that's like not a thing anymore, right? Because these don't exist anymore. That's a shame. Not sure where else I can look. But if I have the CD, then why can't I listen to it, you know? Has this always been here? Feels like this is different too. Interesting. Is this new? Because like here we have a play button. Here we have a play button. Here we don't. So disappointing. So disappointing. Yeah. The final optional entry. You did it. Family tree complete. Hooray. Booyah.
So, you thought that's my not but
We're just skipping this because it's the same again.
But and at my but whatever they that my and the clan should trust the
I'm pretty sure at least.
So and look
we're rolling, rolling, rolling on down to the sea. Saturday night and you're quite a sight.
Why not play Beef Baby in the background there, you know? Everything changed. Another mystery, yes. Yes. We're taking one last look for Beef Baby though. Because we now have 100% completed. So that's different. Because this is locked in. No. It's such a mean game. Maybe in the second game. I really want to hear it though. The thing that you thought would happen that hasn't happened. I don't know, maybe we're missing like something still, maybe there's more, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense that there's nothing in Modern Music Monthly because it's a defunct magazine. Same with Starlet, right? So the only Teen Blast would be the one, and that's they don't have anything on the Flusies or Beef Baby. The library is probably not going to have anything. So yeah, I don't know. That's a shame. That is a shame. I guess we could look for candy again. See if that brings up something other than... No, here. Yeah. Put it in Discord. I did see that. It's a long time ago. Where do you put it? I thought it was here. It's not here. Streams. Oh, there. Searching for Beef Baby after beating the game allows you to unlock the aforementioned song. But it doesn't do anything. That's all we have. Conquistador, Floozy's Beef Baby. As a reviewer, there's no way we can follow up on that, right? No. No. Otherwise, maybe we could follow up there. What a shame. What a shame. That's fine. It's disappointing, but it's fine. Roottree Mania. Let's go. Roottree Mania will spoil unlocked content. Make sure you've tied up any loose ends before starting. I mean, I think we've everything tied up, right? Why did I play in slot 2? Anyway. We'll leave slot 1 open.
Hi, I'm Clark. Probably not who you expected to be knocking, but life's funny sometimes.
Okay. You sure? Hello?
You've done well staying anonymous. It took us a while to track you down.
Okay.
A lot has happened in the last year. Far too much of it public. But there's stuff going on behind the scenes, too.
Okay. Still not sure what you're talking about.
I never wanted to be president. I'm not great with stress. And with my mother's deteriorating
Is anyone great with stress? I mean, some people maybe tell themselves that they are, but is anyone truly great with stress? Isn't everyone kind of of the opinion that stress is not that good and you'd rather have less than more? I don't know. Right, so what's wrong with your mom?
I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'm not here for sympathy. I'm here because part of the fallout of Sam's book is that everyone's coming out of the woodwork.
Okay, yes.
Now that it's public knowledge the Clancid Trust covers any Roottree despite their history with us, a lot of potential cousins have surfaced.
It makes sense. I got my cut though, I'm fine. I don't care.
You may have seen that man on the cover of News Time. That was a disaster for us.
I have not. I'm not keeping up with News Time.
And then Miracle went and made it all about himself.
That tracks. You're fairly anti-stress personally? Yeah, this feels like a reasonable position.
The long and short of it is a lot of potential cousins just showed up. Sam's helping some of them.
Some of them? Why not all of them?
But she's not really going about it the right way. And she's not taking calls from anyone in the family.
Okay.
I let it slip through a mutual friend that I found you, and I was stopping in.
Okay.
It's manipulative, but I'm hoping she'll reach out to you. You can let her know I'm on her side.
I don't know that, though, so I don't think I will.
In the meantime, if you're willing, I can share our files with you. Pass them along to Sam if she reaches out. I'm genuinely hoping she'll realize I'm an ally.
Well, yeah, we'll be the judge of that, but okay.
Feel free to do your own research. I've been told you enjoy things like this. To each their own.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Do you want something from me, guy? You know. Not the best way of going about things there, in my mind anyway. Whatever, what do we have? Notable events start here. I wish we would have started somewhere else now, but it's too late. Today is August 3rd, 1999. Where was I August 3rd, 1999? I don't remember. I do know where I was, wait. I do know where I was May 22nd, 1999. That's where I was, May 22nd, 1999. Sector 21, row 3, seat 1. Anyway. But not August 3rd. It's crazy. There was a derby, depending on if you're, in the UK or in the US. And it was a road game, so like the ticket says Scour, which is the other team in Graz. And it was one of the, I guess it was the 35th game, I think. Do I have that right? Yeah, I think so. So like the second to last game of the season, it was about winning the league, and we had to win. And we won. It was fun. I was there. Anyway. The question is, now that you're rich, why are you still doing this and not on a tropical beach? Yeah, I don't know. Do I live like in Pittsburgh too, or like near Pittsburgh? Because I would have definitely moved away from Pittsburgh. Or I suddenly became rich. Anyway. Okay, today is August 3rd, 1999. It has been 8 months since you helped Sam Matson with the research necessary for her book. Yeah, approximately. Sam was true to her word and paid you an incredibly large sum of money. She never mentioned you by name, however, so you've managed to keep a low profile. The Roottrees, on the other hand, have not. Below is a summary of notable events since the book's release, though you can refresh your memory in full detail by searching online. That's gonna be necessary, yes. 6 pieces. Sam Matson's book about Elias Roottree was released in February. It was a bestseller for a few months. At the time, Carl had not yet been replaced. Really? It took like more than a couple of months to get a new CEO? Weird. The Roottree Rift. In March, the Roottree company stumbled publicly as they attempted to respond to the book's release with multiple conflicting press releases and a clear lack of leadership. Yeah, there's no CEO, of course. Clark Rafferty LaRue. Clark was announced as the permanent successor to Carl Roottree and welcomed Sam Matson to the family officially. The company hired an outside legal group to handle the changes to the Clansett Trust. This included any other new questions of lineage. Okay. 5 Ps. After this announcement, there was a rash of different people claiming to be Roottrees, mostly dismissed as opportunists and scammers. The highest profile of these, by a wide margin, was a rapper named Felix Fellows, who changed his moniker to 5 Ps as a publicity move. At the same time, 5 Ps is the only notable person on the updated tree. Okay. Roottree Mania. In another high-profile misstep, Miracle Roottree publicly and vehemently denied that 5 Ps was a Roottree. The Rootree's legal team then offered to do a DNA test to get 5 Ps to drop his claim, and in a moment that caught what seemed like the entire world by storm. I really don't think the entire world cared, but okay. The test proved he was a Roottree. Suddenly, the world was obsessed with the Roottrees. Anonymom? I like that. And Jane Doe Roottree. In July, an anonymous woman, who the press began to refer to as Anonymom, appeared in interviews with her face and voice disguised. She claimed that an affair with a Roottree led to the birth of her daughter, aka Jane Doe Roottree. If true, this would make her daughter yet another secret Roottree and therefore entitled to a share of the Clansett Trust. Nobody knew it at the time, but this would turn out to be to be the last chapter in the Roottree Mania saga. As more and more of Anonymous' story came out, people began to notice how much it echoed 5 Ps in nearly every significant way. The court of public opinion began to turn, confirming the world's suspicion that DNA test, orchestrated by lawyers on both sides, proved that her daughter was not a Roottree. This final event caused public disappointment, smugness from doubters, and countless accusations of the entire ordeal being an elaborate hoax or attempt at fraud. Things got a bit ugly, and the fun of Roottree Mania seemed to disappear overnight. Now, a month later, it feels like a distant memory. This doesn't feel like the 90s to me. This is like more like a 2010s kind of thing. But okay, I mean, like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like the 90s were. I don't know. Maybe though. I don't know. But it's like much harder for like news to travel and stuff. Like it's you know. Like it's not, you know, there was internet and stuff, but like it's different. It's very different. Maybe one of those odd folks who dream of labor, you only dream of retirement. That's you know, the better dream for sure. DNA started getting popularity in the late 80s. No, yeah, but like the sort of the Roottree mania thing, like that being like this, like the whole world is interested in this story, and then they all turn because like the Anonymon was like a fraud, right? That just doesn't really sound. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. There were some big news things in the 90s, for sure. But it feels like, yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's also just like sort of like an over-representation of how popular like Roottree Mania really was. It probably was like kind of popular. Like I could imagine it being popular in the, like in Pennsylvania. You know, but like worldwide, I don't know. Does it even say that really? Or did I just read it that way? Anyway, whatever. We're fine. So we have, you know, a new guy. Previously on The Roottrees Are Dead, there's a new investigation with a new focus after many months of newfound interest in the Roottrees. It's recommended you try to catch up with some of what happened since last time. Some web searches may yield new or different results, maybe the Beef Baby one. And some books and magazines from your previous investigation may be relevant to your new one. It's also much more widespread. It's also a much more widespread search. The list of first and last names you can choose from will contain red herrings. Not all of them will be used. That was one of the weirdest thing about the main game. That like the first like list of like a few names has a red herring name in it, and then never again. Like everything else is just relevant information. So like I do like the idea of having more like dead ends and red herrings. Anyway, for now I'm probably gonna get annoyed by them, but for now I'm happy about that. Below is a reminder of some of the most notable beats of your initial dive into the Roottree family tree. All evidence from before is still available, and for your convenience, any searches that do not lead to new information still function as they did during your first investigation. Okay. The Roottree Candy Company was founded by Elias and Gwyneth many years ago. The entire family has a financial reliance on the health of the company. Most of the action took place in or around Butler County, Pennsylvania, where the company was initially located. Elias, Carl, and Raina were on the cover of magazines. Other notable Rootrees such as Lauren, Miracle, Jim, and physical media such as record albums, books, movies associated with them. Lauren's 2 diaries were probably the most useful resources overall, mentioning many of her relatives directly. That's true. The 5 pieces, Elias' children, could be identified based on the initials of the original candy flavors. I never really made that connect. We did see it like, but then never really went back to that and missed stuff because of that. Anyway, there were 5 presidents of the Roottree Company. Many were featured in periodicals, yes. Caroline Morden, Stephanie Jones, and Brian Jones were featured in campaign posters and led to Caroline's art book, which enabled you fill out more of the tree, yes. Many of the young Rootrees were found by following a complex rabbit hole for a conspiracy site. That is also true. That led to finding a searchable web address for Chris Rafferty, Lauren's grandson, Chris Raff, 75, yes. November Roottree was really difficult to place. Her occupation could only be found via Brian Jones' company's website. That's also true. And her mom's name was also just like a kind of guess anyway. Ronald and his brother Robert Roottree go by Ron and Robbie. Both worked on a TV show called Brother Trouble until Robbie embezzled money and fled to Paris. Ron unsuccessfully tried to have Robbie removed from the Cancer Trust. Sam and her father were cryptically mentioned in a book about historical letters, yes. That we only found after we were done. There are also a few dead ends and red herrings. Aloysius Herring Roottree, who claimed he was a Roottree but was not. Family Man, a book about Elias Roottree, turned out to be propaganda not used for. Did we see that? I don't remember. Maybe. Lauren's other books, historical romance novels, were not very useful on their own. They could lead to other information. Okay, but those weren't really like red herrings. Those were just like fun. I didn't look at them as like, oh, this is like a great lead that's gonna give us a lot of information. Those we just looked up for fun. Just like the songs, right? Like the songs also didn't lead anywhere, but it was, they were like world building. Anyway. Caroline Morton sculptures were not used for. I mean, sculptures are not used for. That's not what they're for. Anyway. Fingers crossed for Beef Baby. Don't want to get your hopes up again, though. It's gonna happen. So it was very biased, not used for, so didn't give you the book. That makes sense, yes. Yeah, some flavor text is nice. Today, August 3rd, 1999, there was a knock on your door. Clark Rafferty LaRue, the current president of the Roottree Candy Company, explained that multiple people have come out of the woodwork to claim to be Roottrees. He's been trying to work with Sam, but she has not answered his calls. He also handed you a letter that he said you could share with Sam that said the following, to both of you. The company I hired to help us with the Cancer Trust is busy pouring through the entire family's history, as well as people they may have had contact with. That said, the family is not particularly happy with this, and they're doing their best to slow things down. Many of them are actively avoiding our interviews. Every time there's a high-profile public case, it causes headaches. So please, I don't mind if you do your research, but I ask you stop going to the press. Instead, we have a highly trained team of lawyers to back you up. They're ready and willing to verify anyone and everyone you believe could be realistically part of a relationship that led to the birth of a new root tree. I mean, it's going to be hard to be like, realistically, who knows, right? It's going to be tough to have like a solid read on that. Anyway, just tell us who to investigate by filling in the new sections of the tree, and we'll take the time to handle verifying that the timeline checks out. But keep in mind why we're here. If someone didn't have a child or has already been disqualified by our lawyers, like in the case of the girl with the negative DNA test, there won't be a place for them on the tree. We're not just looking for affairs and infidelities. But that's the fun part of this. We're only looking for the ones that led to potential new root trees, yes. Some spots in the new section will be marked with a tree icon. Those areas are reserved for members of the original family tree you filled in 8 months ago, just like last time. Be sure to use birth names for everyone you add. Married names or nicknames won't be enough. To start sorting out the infidelities, I recommend you turn your eyes to the men in positions of power. Yeah, so it's a good place to start for sure. I'd love to say that's only because it would have been a lot harder for the women to hide 9 months of pregnancy and birth without the family noticing, but I can't, yes. Also, I mean, for those, like, we don't, like, if the woman is a root tree and she has a child, we don't need to, like, look into if then they are a root tree, right? That's just, like, already, they have the DNA, it's, like, done. You don't have to investigate anything. I guess you could, they could have hidden the pregnancy and then the child and all of that, but, like, that seems, less realistic. I'll be blunt, I'm no stranger to infidelity. I wish I could claim that I was a perfect husband, but you've seen the family tree, so why pretend? Yes. Some of us learned how to wield a family name and fortune to our benefit. Consequences be damned. I can't change the past or unhurt those whose I betrayed. Instead, all I can do is be honest with myself and to you. Refuse to make any more mistakes. Yeah, okay. And do my best to sort out the various messes we've left behind. That's good. Yes. So please fill in the tree, and together we can figure out how to begin to make amends. Good luck, and thank you both, Clark. Oh man. Streamer promises Beef Baby, you believe? Yes. It's a Clover guarantee. Those always come true. Don't let anyone tell you different. Good place to start, yes. At least it's upfront, but yeah, I mean, like, yes. Because, like, Clark had like a spouse, and then, another spouse, and then the sister of the second spouse as the third spouse. Like, that's, that's messy. It is not. Anyway. And we get a new picture for Zach, I guess, and a new picture for Clark and Chris. Interesting. All right, and then possible infidelity 3. First affair, final affair. It's all right. Possible infidelity 1, 1921, 1949. Okay, it's a long time ago. Well, okay, so the only notable Roottrie on the new board is 5-piece. Felix Fellows. Oh, okay, we get like a different. I have to like choose. Crazy. Is rapper an occupation? No. Musician, you know, it depends, I guess. I haven't heard him rap, so maybe he's good. Five-piece, aka Felix Fellows, is a rapper who has found some recent radio play after being publicly confirmed as a long-lost Roottrie and entitled to part of their fortune. His alias 5-piece is a play on 5 pieces. An article you find on the website known for their particularly harsh reviews of modern music gives his most recent album, Root of All Evil, 1 star out of 7 for whatever reason. Some people like rating out of 7 because it's like, it makes you think more than like 5 or 10 because you're not used to it. I think that's what I read at some point anyway, that was the reason why someone might ask you for a rating out of 7 anyway. The headline, more poser than my action figure collection. So probably not the best, no. The review mentions his real name is David and he used to go by Dirt Day Davy. Okay, so he's not actually Felix Fellows, it's not even a real name. I thought that was a real name. Alright, it's David. Dirty Davy. And the author rues the fact that this rebranding was a blatant marketing stunt at the expense of his mother's tragic past. She overdosed when he was 16. Apparently, only one of the songs on the album is new, and the others are simply rewritten to turn blatant references to sex, drugs, and violence into clumsy euphemisms. His rise to prominence was kickstarted when he appeared a few months ago on the cover of News Time, holding a photo of his mother with Guy Hudson. At first, the Roottree company denied it vehemently. Miracle Roottree even appeared in the same magazine a week later, but since then, they've backtracked and publicly welcomed him to the family. The press release at the time stated that they had new evidence that confirmed his story. Alright, News Time is a major news periodical that releases a new issue every week. Rapper 5-piece famously appeared on the cover claiming to be a Roottree, then 1 week later Miracle Roottree did the same, denying that he was because of this high-profile back-to-back discourse right before the start of Roottree Mania. They appeared to be the de facto publication to get news about the ongoing Roottree saga. They reported record subscriber numbers during this time, which lasted until the end of Roottree Mania, when the world generally stopped paying much attention and they went back to reporting on more traditional news. News Time appears to be available via your periodical search. Yes. Felix Fellows, aka 5-piece, famously appeared on the cover of News Time, kicking off Roottree Mania. A week later, Miracle appeared, yes. Summary of both articles as well as a close-up of the photo 5-piece is holding on the cover of his issue have been added to your evidence. Let me look at those. Felix Fellows, could this rapper be the next Sam Masson? What's in her shirt? Says something, can't read it though. June 9th, 1999. That's closer to my May 22nd ticket there anyway. 5Piece, aka Felix Fellows, appeared on the cover of Newstime holding a photo of his mother and Guy Hudson. The article concerns his insistence that his father was Guy Hudson. The story was dramatic and sensational, and initially dismissed as fake until a DNA test proved that he was related to Guy Hudson. 5Piece says that his mother Joanna was Morden's secretary when he retired, and then Guy Hudson's secretary for only 1 or 2 weeks after that before she quit, the first few weeks that he was president. His parents divorced when he was 4 after his father learned of the affair. Felix and his mother then moved to Portland because she was afraid of her and her. She was afraid for her and her son's life. Which Portland? There's more than one. He grew up with her until he was 16, but one day his mother never came home from the movie rental store where she worked the register. The next morning, they found her dead from an overdose in her car. She had stolen all of the cash from her drawer and spent it on heroin. As Felix went through her belongings, the only things he had to remember her by were a hairbrush she always used, some photos, and a stuffed animal from her childhood. But then he found it, a box hidden in the back of her closet. Inside were love letters and photos related to Guy Hudson, as well as a letter from his father containing threats. He threw it all away, with the exception of the one photo he appears with on the cover of Newstime. He says it was the only one where they were dressed. The only one not from the affair itself. Okay. Sure. The picture is shown in full inside the magazine and was added to your evidence. The magazine also includes some additional history about 5Piece's career. He was born Felix Fellows to Riley and Joanna Fellows, but has never rapped without a moniker. He tried to find success by opening for other artists and even by selling CDs on street corners in Portland. Which one? He has only recently started going by 5Piece to harness the power of his lineage. The writer did some research into the truth of these claims and was able to confirm that Joanna did work for the Roottree Company as a secretary sometime during the early to mid-70s. It also confirms she died of a drug overdose and that Felix went into foster care soon after. They were not able to track down his father. They also reached out to the Roottree Company, but at the moment, the company's blanket statement was, since the release of a recent book, Roottree has seen an overwhelming number of false ancestral claims. None have been factual and nearly all have been knowingly dishonest. We encourage individuals to reach out to us in an official capacity as opposed to attempting to use our name in the media for publicity. I don't know. He was born Felix Fellows to Riley and Joanna Fellows. Anyway, sure. Charlatans and Thieves. Is he Felix or David? I don't know. The other things that like his real name is David, and he went by Dirty Davy because of that. But like, if he was born Felix Fellows, then I don't know. Miracle Roottree appeared on the cover of Newstime shortly after 5Piece did. He vehemently denied that 5Piece was a Roottree. This article was from before the DNA test that proved it. Miracle doesn't focus much on the details of 5Piece's accusations regarding his mother and Guy Hudson. Instead, he comes across as exhausted at the events that have been going on behind the scenes, as well as the character of those he feels are attacking his family. Who's that? Who's the reflection in the glasses? Is that 5Piece? I don't know. He starts with 6 pieces content. He says that although most of the book was based in fact, it left out anything that wouldn't fit the agenda. He points out Sam's daughter still earns a generous salary for overseeing the farm division of Roottree, and that Sam did the same before her. That Sam's family was not destitute, and that really it was only her son who chose to take on a job with no salary. He claims that though they didn't have to, the family helped pay for her son's medical bills after voting that it was the right thing to do. Miracle also says that the story about his father Elias shunning EC was one-sided, leaving out Edward Cassie's blame in the whole thing. I mean, what blame though? Elias gave him a simple ultimatum: stop sinning or be disowned. Yeah, I mean that's not... Yeah. That's not how that works. Merkel says it was Easy's own choice and that Elias allowing him to earn food and shelter on the company's dime was a kindness, especially considering that he and John continued to live together. Merkel then pivots to the forward from 6 pieces. He recounts a deluge of claims to the Cancer Trust that the family have been subjected to. He doesn't cite any specifics, but says that every time someone comes forward, the family devolves to arguments. They've had to hire an outside legal team to help, but so far every case has been demonstrably, laughably false. All they do is tarnish his family's reputation. He focuses on 5Ps who appeared on news time before him. He calls him a grifter and a delinquent and says he's using their name and products to sell filth to the masses. I mean, like, just, you know, it's rich coming from Merkel, of all people anyway. Of all the accusations, he says this is the most dangerous because it exposes the world to hatred. He cites 5P's lyrics as violent, sexist, and ungodly, and prays the boy will repent, retract his lies, and find religion. Lastly, he turns to the future. Merkel states that those that wish to hear the true story can join him on his farewell tour this upcoming fall. The Merkels Roottrees are planning on touring the country's churches one last time. But now at age 71, Merkel is the oldest living Roottree. While he plans to continue preaching at his own church in Butler County after the tour, this is your last chance to hear the truth from the man with the most complete recollection of one of America's most notable families in your own hometown. The article mentions that Merkel's son, Merkel Jr., did not wish to comment and has a statement from Clark Rafferty LaRue through the Rootrees law firm. Merkel does not speak for his entire family. We're working carefully on a plan to definitively disprove any claims of infidelity in our family's past. The article also does not refute Merkel's claim that he is the oldest living Roottree, despite Sam Essen being born the year before him. It was unclear if Merkel made the claim out of ignorance or spite. Yep, 71 still a pride. Yeah, still, you know, up to his grift for sure. Anyway. Roottree family picnic. Okay. I thought it said Roottree on the shirt, on the like the tiny version of the photo, but I couldn't be sure. I was like, it's a weird shirt, but that makes sense, sure. The rapper 5Ps appeared on the cover of Newstime holding this Polaroid of his mother, Joanna, and she was board secretary at the company picnic. He claims that Joanna and Guy Hudson, also in the photo, were having an affair that led to his birth. Who else is back there, though? Hard to tell. Grifters be grifting? That's true. It's what they do. It's all they know how to do. Anyway. So then this is the mom. This is Guy Hudson. Right? Who was the president at the time or something? Where's Guy actually? Morden, where the Hudson's at? There, Guy Hudson, third president. And this would be the mom, whose name is, I forgot, Joanna. But I don't know, do I know your name? I don't really, do I? Because I don't know your birth name. I don't think it said that anywhere, did it? don't think it says that anywhere, does it? No, I don't know. Well, that's a good start.